it's been a while since I did one of these. Almost a year exactly. And it's funny because I always seem to do them from the inside of my vehicle. That's the only time I really truly am alone. You know, I live in an apartment, so even though I live alone in my apartment, I got neighbors, I got people walking in and out of the building. You know, you're never truly alone when you live in an apartment. You know, especially if you live in one of those apartments with the paper-thin walls where you can hear everything going on next door. You know, you hear all the weird shit that your fucking neighbors are doing. But that's how it is in my apartment right now. Not with the walls so much, but my ceiling. My fucking neighbor above me. I don't know what the fuck they're doing up there, but it's always some kind of weird shit. They're fucking stomping around and fucking wheeling shit around and making all kinds of goddamn noise. It annoys the shit out of me. I guess it could be worse though. I could live in the building over, in the building next door, where the fucking dipshits are fucking getting drunk and rowdy weekly. I don't know. That's a good way to start off this fucking thing. Just bitching and complaining, but that's my own thing. I can do that. I'm in charge here. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. Go listen to some happy, cheery fucking show or something. This is my shit. Yeah. So I'm on the highway. I'm on the way to my family right now to go have Thanksgiving dinner with them. It's 3 o'clock right now on October 10th, 2020, the year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. How's your 2020? How's everybody's 2020? Are you one of those people that are bitching and complaining and crying about how much it sucks? Yeah, it does suck. It does. It really does suck. I hear you. I feel you. We're all just fucking scraping by, trying to keep our heads above water right now. I know I am. My life fucking sucks as is. Never mind 2020. I hate my life. When this whole fucking pandemic dropped back in March, I sunk down the deepest, darkest hole I've ever been in, man, and I just sat there and marinated in that for 3 or 4 months. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm not even really out of it yet. You know, I'm just perpetually in the shit. I just forever self-loathing, right? But there's nothing you can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. You know, I've tried medication. I've tried all this shit. Meditation, meditation, fucking hippie bullshit. Yeah, man, life's gonna be okay. You just gotta keep smiling, man. I dole out that advice to other people when they're having a hard time, but I rarely take it myself. I rarely take my own advice. Do as I say, not as I do. That's what I say, I guess. Anyway, I'm on the highway on my way to Thanksgiving dinner with my family in the midst of probably one of the biggest existential crises of my life. I'm just so fucking sick of this shit, man. I wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower, whatever, you know, wash my balls. I'll have a workout, have breakfast, you know, my daily morning routine. And then I just hang out and wait for dinner. Decide what I'm going to eat at dinner time. Then I just hang out again for a while. You know, I'll watch Netflix or play a video game or listen to podcasts. Just distracting myself from bedtime. My entire day just distracting myself from inevitable death. You know, then I go to bed at the end of the day. I take some THC oil, otherwise I wouldn't be able to sleep because I'm so fucking action-packed with issues. I'll wake up in the middle of the night screaming, right? Oh, ain't I a prize, ladies? Yeah, whatever. I don't have anything left anymore, man. That's just what it feels like. Everything's just used up. This life is just repetitive. I feel like I talked about this already too. I feel like I'm trapped in a fucking in Groundhog Day. That's what I feel like every day, except I feel like I'm trapped in Groundhog Day, where the days just keep repeating themselves, but at the same time, they just get worse. It's like a combination of Groundhog Day with Bill Murray and Office Space with John Livingston. In the therapy session, he's talking to his therapist. He's like, that means every day you see me is the worst day of my life. And the doctor's reaction is fucking classic. He's just like, what is he saying? And he's like, whoa, or something. I don't know. You gotta watch it though. That whole flick is me. That's my life, man. Just fucking monotonous, gray, miserable. I want somebody. I want to see a hypnotist. I want somebody to hypnotize me and tell me that I'm gonna be okay. Or what do they tell John Livingston's character? They tell him, I don't know. He's always gonna feel good. He becomes complacent basically to his miserable, monotonous life, and he just doesn't care, right? He doesn't take his job seriously at all. He doesn't care if he gets fired. Right? His first day of being hypnotized, he doesn't even get up and go to work. He just breaks his alarm clock, and then he goes and what does he answer the phone? Answers an answering machine or something. I'm not gonna give you the fucking rundown of the movie. Go watch it. Go fucking watch it. I'll probably do that tonight when I get home. I love that movie. It's one of those movies that I like to put on when I'm feeling miserable, just so I could stew in my misery and feel more miserable. I'm a big fan of exacerbating the problem whenever I have a problem. I'm an exacerbator. It sounds dirty. Ooh, exacerbation, masturbation. But I'll watch that flick when I'm feeling miserable and just fucking hating my life and hating myself, which is a lot. I'll watch The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. What the fuck is the female lead's name in there? Marissa Tomei. She was fantastic in that movie. That was like their big comeback, I think, or something. And I know it was definitely Mickey Rourke's big comeback flick. That dug him out of his rut. That flick was a fucking classic. I love it. I watch that. That's probably my go-to movie when I'm feeling miserable and down and depressed and like just binge drinking a bottle of scotch. I'll watch The Office Space. The Wrestler. What else? Forrest Gump. That's not really like a depressing movie. It's actually pretty uplifting for me anyway. I like watching that because Tom Hanks in that flick. That movie is it's fucking untouchable. You can't. I charge you to fucking find something bad about that movie. That movie is just perfect. It's perfection. But Forrest Gump, the character Forrest Gump, man, he's just such a real dude, fucking just true, like a heart of gold, innocent, he cares, friendly, just misunderstood too, right? Everyone treated him like shit. I like that movie, that flick is uplifting for me when I don't feel like stewing in my misery. What else will I watch? I'll watch Californication, a series with David Duchovny and Natasha McElhenney. That's a good series for me to watch when the self-loathing is strong in me, because that's the kind of character that Hank Moody is, man. He's a very self-loathing. He's a writer. He's a drunk, right? He's a fuck up. Just everything that I've been my whole life. I identify with that guy, minus the devilish good looks, of course. You know, I wasn't blessed in that department. But yeah, I think it's important to have this kind of shit, you know, to do something that you like to do when you're not feeling 100%, right? Some people like to have comfort food, right? I think everybody's got comfort food, right? I don't know what mine is. My comfort is movies and TV shows. I like to watch something. I don't know why I'm like that. I like to watch something that's just depressing when I'm depressed, and it just makes me more depressed and miserable. You know, I have a playlist of songs that I listen to when I'm on the highway driving. It used to be my mellow, just chilling out, cooling out, cruising on the highway music, right? Just like mellow songs, mellow tunes, slow tunes, acoustic shit, right? Folk shit, ballad type shit, that you know. And then that quickly turned into like a fucking self-loathing, contemplating suicide, doing drugs and drinking booze playlist, where I just fucking throw that on when I feel like putting a fucking bullet in my head, and it just makes me feel worse. And I should probably get rid of that list. I don't know. It doesn't help my mood any when I listen to it, really. But I don't think it's that detrimental to do that to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like, if you're feeling depressed and miserable and you put on a sad song that makes you sadder, I guess. And in some cases, some people cry. They put music on to cry, which I never really understood. I'm not talking shit about it. I just I wasn't raised to be a crier as a man, as a teenager. You know, as a kid I was a crier, right? You get, getting bullied all the time, and made fun of and picked on at school, or when I went out, I'd fucking come home crying, you know. Very emotional child. Let's not go down that path. I'm just, raised to be stoic, I guess, to a certain degree. My father was a stoic, and now, being a man myself, all grown up now, I'm not necessarily, I don't know, I'm kind of like a mixture, I guess, a mixture of a stoic and someone who can talk about their issues and feelings and whatever, all that other fucking crap. I'm kind of, I straddle that line, I guess. I straddle the line between being an introvert and being an extrovert, I guess. There's times when I just want to be alone and don't want to be bothered by anybody. I don't like talking to people. I don't like going to social events unless it's with people that I'm really close to, close friends, close family, people I'm comfortable around. I try to avoid, public events. I hate going to bars and clubs. I used to be, like, before I became this fucking fucked in the head individual that I am right now, I used to like used to prefer house parties. I loved house parties, man. I love going and chilling out cooling out with my friends, chopping it up for the night, having a few drinks, doing a little bit of drugs. That was my thing. I preferred that over bars and clubs. I never liked bars and clubs. Never liked it. I hate that shit. The loud, shitty music, dancing. I never understood. I don't understand dancing now. Before I was like, whatever. I go to a bar or like a wedding, a club, and a woman would ask me to dance. I'd go dance with her. I would dance. I would, I don't have any fucking moves. I can't. I look like a, I don't know how to describe it. I don't have moves. I stick to the fucking basic, I don't know what you call it. That little two-step. I don't do any of that fancy shit. I couldn't even imagine. And, on the dance floor, I don't have any moves. I don't. But that was more for her than for me. I didn't care for dancing, but I would go on the dance floor if she asked me. It's a respectful thing to do. I don't like, I have turned down women, girls when I was younger. I have turned down dances, and I always feel like shit. I feel like an asshole. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel obligated to just suck it up and go on the dance floor. As stupid and ridiculous and ugly as I am on the dance floor, it's about her. To me, it was always about her. And, I've certainly had my share of being shot down asking for a dance. That never feels good. So I guess that's another reason why I would always try not to shoot someone down when they ask me for a dance. I know how it feels to be rejected, I know that feeling all too well. But anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Bars and clubs, I hate them. I always hated them. It's loud, shitty music. The dancing, I don't understand anymore. Overpriced drinks. Standing in line for everything, including getting into the club, getting into the bathroom, going up for drinks, going outside to have a cigarette, lining back up to get back inside. I don't understand that, man. Bars are like everything else in life. It's just waiting in line. You're just perpetually waiting in fucking line to do shit. That's why I hate clubs and bars, man. It's very rare that you have to wait in line anywhere at a house party unless you want to go to the bathroom. But most guys would just go outside and piss. Piss outside. But some people like that, I guess. I don't know. They just... I never understood, what's the deal with lineups? Why the fuck... that's why I have absolutely no interest in going to Disneyland or Disney World or any theme parks, because of the fucking perpetual lineups to get anywhere, to get into the fucking park, to get on a ride, to get tickets, to go to the bathroom. It's fucking miserable. I hate that shit. Standing in line, waiting for something, fuck that. Why? I'd rather just stay home. I'd have more fun sitting at home, watching a fucking TV show that I've watched 1 billion times already than I would at Disneyland. I don't give a shit about fucking Mickey and Goofy and Donald and all that shit. If I want to see Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, I'll watch a fucking Disney cartoon. Fuck all that park bullshit. I have absolutely zero interest in parks, theme parks, amusement parks. I don't give a fuck about the local carnival when it comes to town. It's just the lineups, man. I fucking hate lineups. And I lost my fucking train of thought again. What the fuck? Clubs and house parties. Yeah. Being an introvert, extrovert. Liking being alone. I don't like being in crowds. This shit drives me nuts. The fact that I run these fucking podcasts that broadcast to people live over social media, that's, that fucks with me too. It's for me. It's like being out in the public. It's like going to a big public place. It drains me, man. All that shit drains me. After I do a podcast, I'm fucking drained the next day. It's a fucking recovery period for me where I need to just be fucking alone by myself and do my own thing that I like to do, whatever that may be. I'm running out of shit I like at this point in time. I'm fucking not giving a shit about much anymore. We talked about this in the past episodes too. I used to like playing guitar. I used to like writing music. I used to like reading and writing. And now I don't give a fuck about any of that, Anhedonia. It's fucking clinical anhedonia. It's hard to give a fuck about things, and then on top of that, the fucking mood shifts, the fucking mood shifts, the mood changes on a dime. I could be happy one minute and then depressed and miserable the next. I hate that, man. I fucking hate that. I want to be happy for a full day instead of just a range of emotions all fucking day long, all throughout the day. It's just like a roller coaster ride. Right? I already told you how much I hate theme parks. I fucking hate roller coaster rides. Especially when it's going on in my fucking head. Sorry about that. I just had to overtake a vehicle on a straight stretch. Don't worry, I'm playing it safe. I'm not speeding excessively. But some people just fucking drag their asses on the highway. Like, I don't speed by any means. I'm not a fucking speeder by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, it's raining outside. But I also don't like it when vehicles don't even go speed limit. I go speed limit as much as possible. It's very rare that I speed. I'll speed if it's an emergency. I'll speed if vehicles in front of me and they're taking their sweet ass time. I'll speed to overtake them, pass them. But I'm not one of those fucking dickheads that's flying down a highway everywhere I go, fucking passing vehicles left, right, and center, trying to go back to the fucking future. I'm not a fucking dickhead like that. I got all that speeding out of my system when I was younger. Now I'm not in a fucking rush to do anything. I go speed limit everywhere I go. Speed limit, speed limit, speed limit. It's comfortable. I take my time. I got nothing to worry about. I don't have to worry about accidents. I don't have to worry about the police. I'm never worried about the police when I'm driving because I don't speed or drive recklessly. I don't drive drunk. Not anymore. I'm just a good old-fashioned, upstanding citizen, I guess. I don't know. I don't care for all that fucking rebellious shit. Fuck, doing things outside of the law just for the sake of doing it. I'm over all that, man. I'm just trying to carve out a nice little quiet corner in the world for myself to live peacefully. That's all. Anyway, I'm getting pretty close to pulling into town. I just got passed by a redneck. That is the reddest redneck truck I've ever seen in my life. Those trucks with the big tires and the fucking 24-inch lift and the ball sack hanging off the fucking back bumper. All that guy's missing is a fucking Confederate flag. That's funny, seeing a Confederate flag in Canada. Northern British Columbia. Smithers, to be exact. Somebody hung a fucking Confederate flag across the light poles on the street. Right across the center of the street, somebody hung a fucking rebel flag. And they found it, took it down. It made the news, right? And the next day, somebody hung another fucking flag up again. I'm like, Smithers is a fucking hick town if I've ever seen one. And that doesn't surprise me at all. Well, what fucking makes me laugh is the fact that it's a Confederate flag. That's a fucking U.S. thing. That's in the southern U.S. It's not Canadian at all. Not even remotely Canadian. Like these guys are like that's the thing about racism, and I've always maintained this. That racism is just a fucking sign of extremely low intelligence. Like, you have to be the dumbest of the dumb to hate a human being just because of the color of their skin. Like, how fucking dumb is that? I hate you because your skin is different than mine. Or you practice a different religion than mine. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this world, man? What's wrong with these people? Yeah, in all honesty, I feel like the Thanos snap is absolutely necessary, and the Thanos snap should just get rid of murderers, pedophiles, racists. Just get rid of those people. If you could just snap your finger and those fucking people would just turn into a cloud of dust and float away, yeah, how fucking cool would that be? I don't know. But that is what I deal with on the daily, and that's just that. I think that brings it right back around to probably why I'm so fucking miserable and I hate life, and I'm in the middle of such a fucking gnarly existential crisis. Like, what's the fucking point of existence right now? Because of how shitty this world is, and the fact that it's not going to get any better. It's just not. I don't fucking see that happening. I don't see this world making any kind of paradigm shift for the better. If anything, it's only going to get worse, and it's going to get exponentially worse. I don't have any hope for humanity, man. I don't believe there is any chance of us turning shit around as long as shitty people exist in this world. It's just not going to happen. There aren't enough of us trying to make changes. And even though those of us that are trying to make these changes are working as hard as we can, the pushback is fucking unbearable. We are outnumbered by shit. We are outnumbered by shitty human beings. I don't have any hope right now, that's all. I don't believe anything's going to get better. I don't look forward to my days anymore. The best that I could do now is to try to not look beyond my circle, not look beyond my close family and friends, to stay in that, to not venture out into this shit world, to not associate with the shitty people. That's all I can do. That's the best I can do right now. I think that's the best any of us can do, is just try to make your own personal space, your own world. Try to make that good. Try to keep that good. Keep that safe and happy. I guess if you're going to take anything away from this fucking whatever the fuck this is, it's that. Don't venture out of your circle. Stay in it. Right? And if you meet someone that's cool, that you like, and that's good and genuine and cares about you as much as you care about them, then add them to your circle. But for the most part, keep your circle small. There's really no reason to venture out into this world anymore, because it's shit. It's fucking garbage. Thank you, social media, that I'm later going to post this to when I'm done recording. All right, that's all I got to say. You have yourself a good day. Be safe, take care, and don't eat the whole cookie.